All right, back once again. Hi, hello everyone. Again, this is your host, Elias, aka Eli, aka Karam32. We will get into socials later. Man to my right, introduce yourself, please.
What up, what up, what up? Pepper here. Very excited to be back. Another episode. We would like to welcome you all in the parking lot.
And like how we always say, you guys are here with us right now, currently, in the parking lot. As of this recording, it's daylight out, but let's just pretend it's nighttime.
Yeah.
Just in case, because that's what we usually do.
Let's get the theme going.
All right. So today we got not as big a schedule as we usually do. We're going to talk about two trailers that mean a whole bunch to us. And my fellow loiterers, they are Avengers Endgame and your favorite,
Detective Pikachu.
oh yeah! You guys ready for this weird animated goodness that's going to happen soon? On both sides, actually. The CGI, I don't know how it's going to work out, but we'll see that when it comes out.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Okay, so let's get into Avengers Endgame first. We're going to be talking about the second trailer. I'm sure you guys have seen it over and over again. If not, I've seen it 8 times.
Definitely,
Anthony has probably seen it quite as much, if not more.
Yeah, if not more.
And as of this recording, to timestamp this a little bit, you said tickets are going live for pre-sale tomorrow, correct?
April 2nd, I'm pretty sure.
Cool. So we definitely got to figure that out.
I'm like 85% sure.
Yeah. So I'll look on what's its name? Damn it, I can't remember already.
Fandango.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know why I couldn't think of Fandango.
Nothing but net.
All the time. Great work. So, all right, let's get into it. Avengers Endgame. And we don't want to go scene by scene because we kind of fell into that last episode. It seemed a little scripted, and we both agreed we weren't huge fans of that.
Yeah.
So, first impressions. Ready, set, and go.
I mean, I still get goosebumps every time I watch it. I mean, it's April 1st now. That trailer came out, mid-March?
Something like that.
So it's been out for a couple weeks.
100%.
I'm just... It showed, like, you can see in the beginning, like, Captain America, Thor, Iron Man. It shows their first movies.
Tony Stark. We did not see the suit. We saw the man in the suit.
Yes, okay, you're right. So, Tony Stark, Captain America,
saw
and
Gwyneth
Thor.
Paltrow, too.
Yes, we did. Saw
for like a quick
Potts.
second.
So, it shows their scenes from their original movies and then where they're at now in relevance to the entire universe and what's going on. So I thought it was pretty cool that they cut back to what started it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's 10 years now?
10 years. 2008 was when Iron Man came out. That was the first one.
Yeah, 10-year anniversary. I go out with a bang.
That was the test run. Believe it or not. Like, that's how they looked at Iron Man.
How crazy is that?
They thought it was... Because I think it was Jon Favreau, who was one of the main directors in the first Iron Man.
Right.
He was like, we were just testing this. He was like... I'm pretty sure he was saying, like, we're going to run this movie, and if it does well, it does well. If not, then it was worth a shot.
Yeah, because, like, right around 2008, I would say there was, like, a couple superhero movies that weren't the greatest.
Yeah, like you had the couple Hulks, you had the Spider-Mans, obviously.
Yeah, and you had Blade, obviously, before then.
Yeah.
1, 2, and I think there was a third one.
Was there a third one?
I'm not sure. I think there was. I would use my Googles, but I don't feel like wasting time.
Yeah, but it's cool to see, like, where we're at now with these movies, that we're coming to Avengers Endgame, which is cultivating 10 years of movies all in one.
Yeah, man.
Which makes it, and that's why the Russos came out, and they're making, this movie's going to be, official runtime is 3 hours and 2 minutes. And he said it, and that's what they were saying. They asked him, like, why do you think it's necessary for that movie to be that long? And he's like, it's 10 years of movies.
Yeah, it's a culmination of 10 years of film.
He was like, you have to have it that long. And I agree, because just think, just the main cast, which is what this movie is supposedly focused around, and from the trailers, obviously you can tell.
Yeah, I mean, plus, like, Paul Rudd and things like that.
You're going to have a couple other supporters, but you have Iron Man. Just think, Iron Man, the movies, Hulk, Thor, Captain America,
You have Black Widow, but she don't really have her own movies.
Right. So the people that just have had movies, Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, The Wasp.
Yeah.
So you have at least right there. That's at least 10 characters, and that's not even talking about all of them.
Yeah, and Guardians is like 6 people.
Right. So that's at least what is it? Like at least 40 that you're wrapping up.
It's a hell of a lot of characters to wrap up in one thing.
So you have to have it that way.
Yeah. So obviously. There's a lot of things that come with it too. And because we try to touch all aspects of comic culture in general, we just saw the lineup of Pops. There's like 19 of them.
Oh my gosh. The Endgame line.
I'm probably going to buy all of them. Maybe not right now.
Yeah.
But
over time.
The Thanos one was super dope.
I like the Hulk one too.
Dope. And the cool thing with that is they're all in like that Avengers space suit.
The white and red spacesuit.
Yeah, which is super cool.
So, getting back to this trailer, like...
It gave me, like you said, me fucking chills, dude.
Yeah, it's like... and every time I watch it, it's like, is it April 26th yet? Is it April 26th yet?
3 weeks, bro.
I know. It's been...
As of recording this, yes. 3 weeks.
And it's just like, as we've been waiting for this, it feels like an eternity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, think about it. So, all of us in the parking lot, family, as far as me, Ant here next to me, all our other friends, Denzel, Brandon, Zach, Paul, everyone that has ever seen a movie with us, Mark, DeGrazio doesn't come out with it as much, but his first name's Matt. We just call him DeGrazio. But yeah, all of us. I think the first one we saw was Doctor Strange as a group.
Yeah, and that was 2016.
And that was 2016. So just as a group, we've been doing this for
3 years now.
3 years. I was going to say my math is terrible. So I couldn't even think of what 8 minus 6 is. But yeah, it's been a while. We've seen a lot of growth in different characters. And we've all loved the comics for so long.
Oh, yeah.
And we all watched the movies. Ant probably remembers a lot of the earlier ones more than me because I came in a little late. I definitely watched them before I met these guys, but definitely up till then, I was just comic knowledge as far as who's what's happening, things
almost
like
like
that.
A different appreciation.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you see it with, and that's the thing, like, and that's one of the reasons why we wanted to start this podcast was because we literally, like, these episodes that we have are conversations that our group has after the movie lets out. Like, we literally sit in the parking lot and just talk about the stuff. And most of the time, we have to see late shows anyway because of the schedule, work schedules and everything. Yeah. We leave, but
1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
We leave after all of the employees leave the movie theaters. 100%. They're probably looking at us like, these guys are still here? What are they doing?
We almost got arrested that one time. What movie was that?
What movie was that?
Was it... It was Avengers, wasn't it?
No, was it?
Was it Infinity Gauntlet or was it the other one? Or maybe it wasn't even Avengers. I'm just making that up.
No, it was Black Panther. No, it wasn't Black.
But it had to be. Black
It was
Panther.
Venom. No,
it was Venom.
No, it wasn't.
Because we went to the one in Washington Township.
Yeah.
And we didn't go to that one too often, so I'm just trying to remember what movies those were, and I can't. For the
I thought
life
it was
of me.
no, because it wasn't the one Dion went to.
No.
So
the one Dion went to, I think, was before.
Venom. That one was Venom. That was his first one.
Yeah.
But
Dion is one of our in the parking lot family members. Denzel is his son.
Yeah.
And
we're starting him off right.
Yeah. He was like early. A month or two old, and he ended up seeing a Marvel movie with us. It was fucking amazing.
Yeah. But so again, got a little sidetracked, but getting back to the trailer, like we see in the beginning, like it's showing where they started to where they are now. And then there's obviously got to be some sort of time lapse between movies.
I think it's going to be implied. I don't know if they'll actually touch on it within the actual movie, just because I feel that would take away a lot of story and time from the story you want to develop within that.
And even if they do say anything, like after the credits start and everything, it's probably going to be like 2 years later or a year later or however many months, if they even do it. But it's like every time you see a clip from these videos, like we were talking about,
we were talking about this just like off air like a second ago.
Yeah, like anytime you see houses or any cities or anything. It's like
Real
all
quick,
overgrown.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I've always wanted to say off air. That felt really nice coming out of. I don't know. It's like I'm like a producer or something. It's pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, everything was overgrown. I think in the first one, the first trailer that they showed for Endgame, they might have did a overpan shot like in the sky from a drone, assumably.
Yeah.
Of Avengers HQ, the new one, and like the grass was long. There was no cars really around.
Yeah, and that was just like, even they did it at the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
With all the boats
and stuff. Yep.
City Field.
Yeah.
All the cars in the parking lot.
Yeah, and it's a cool little detail that they kept that moving through the entire trailers, like both 1 and 2. So let me start by saying I am very excited. I know we keep saying it, but it's the truth, and it's fucking awesome, and it's great, and I love it all, and you know, it's a good time every time we go out. But let's talk on the trailer a little bit. Pardon me itching my leg. So everyone showed that survived, which they didn't do in the first one.
No, exactly. Yeah. They
Which
left
is awesome.
They left some out,
Yeah,
some parts
so
out, and we even talked about it.
Yeah, assumably when they were walking in HQ when the sun was rising, there was like a weird spatial difference between a couple of them, and it showed Tony Stark, Nebula, Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Which I don't think they did in the first one.
I think Paul Rudd was there. I think the ones that weren't there were Tony Stark and Nebula, and that was because at this point they're on a different planet.
Yeah, they only showed them in the ship in space somewhere. Yeah. So that was cool. So that fan theory, if there was one, I think there was kind of confirmed. Also, going back to the overgrown part, the part in the second trailer when Paul Rudd's character, Ant-Man, looks at that post with the white signs on it and stuff. The whole house has like all these weeds coming up, poison ivy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the only reason I mention that is because we have some different clips of people reviewing it and the trailer and things like that playing on the background, so we have a little bit of a reference point.
Yeah, because for the most part, like when you're thinking about this in the movie standpoint, like besides the Avengers and the superheroes, really the only explanation that people have are the two Black Order members. I forget their names, that came down in Avengers Infinity War. Because really, you don't ever see...
Well, all of them came down, right?
Right, but I'm talking about like in the beginning of the movie when
Tony Stark was with...
Yeah, when Hulk
Banner
lands
in
Doctor Strange in the Sanctum.
And Wong, yeah.
And they're fighting the two of them, and they're in New York.
Yeah.
Really, they're the only two that go to New York.
Yeah.
So really...
And the other ones were in... What was that?
Two of them were in London or Ireland or something like that.
Yeah, it was European.
Yeah, but...
When they saw Vision and Scarlet Witch.
Right, and Thanos, the only spot on Earth Thanos was seen was Wakanda. And it's not like they have news crews there.
Yeah.
So everybody who disappeared...
Presumably didn't know anything was going on.
There's no explanation. So the people who survived are probably lost. Yeah. And of course, like the surviving Avengers members probably probably let everybody know what happened, but it's still like, all right, that's what they said, but how do I know for sure? Yeah. How do I know something didn't actually happen, like something else actually happened? Like, why is it just so coincidental that you come out and say it and then they disappeared? Maybe something else happened, God forbid. Maybe they got lost. Because, again, like you even... And we all saw it at the end of Endgame, the post-credit scene when Maria Hill and Nick Fury got... before they got dusted.
Oh! All the fucking big detail. Captain Marvel is in the second trailer.
All right, I will get to that, because I was going to bring it up.
Okay.
But let me finish this train of thought.
Go for your train of thought. But it's like,
once everybody started dusting, it was all chaotic in the streets.
Right.
And it's, again, that confusion and everything. Like, nobody knows what's going on. It's like, oh my gosh, all these people just disappeared. But that's really all I wanted to say about that. So I'll ask you.
Go ahead.
How do you feel about Captain Marvel being in the trailer?
I think just the little bit she got in the end was just enough.
This is my take. So, whoever this is a spoiler warning.
But you should have seen it by now.
Yeah, Captain Marvel, the post-credit scene. the surviving Avengers are trying to figure out the beeper that Nick Fury sent the signal to Captain Marvel right before he got dusted.
Right.
And then all of a sudden the signal stopped. And Black Widow starts walking away, and Captain Marvel shows up and goes, "Where's Fury?"
Yeah.
So in the post-credit scene, Captain Marvel meets some of the surviving Avengers.
Yeah, so she met Cap, Black Widow,
War Machine,
Ant-Man,
I think, was there. Or
I don't know.
He might not have been there yet.
Thor came in towards the end. I think
right.
they showed in the end credit.
But my thing is, and this is what I'm surprised about. I'm surprised Captain Marvel was in the trailer.
Why is that?
Because she hasn't been in the movie with them yet. And it's too
I was going to say, elaborate.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, she was in the post-credit scene.
Right.
We all knew that.
Right.
And obviously, the movie came out. We all know she's going to be in this Avengers movie.
Mm-hmm.
But for those who didn't see it, it's almost like a spoiler to Captain Marvel.
I
and
get
do you
that.
see what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but I feel like the fans of it, not even the hardcore fans, but the regular fans would have know how the system works.
Yeah, and I understand that, but my whole thing is why I'm surprised. Like, I'm not upset by it at all. Like, yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. But it's weird how they did it.
2020. Outside looking in, it is kind of strange that they would throw her in a trailer, and if someone didn't see Captain Marvel and saw the end credit, then they couldn't have linked that.
And not that it ruins Captain Marvel by any means.
Yeah.
But it's just, again, strange that... Because really... Well, I guess that doesn't really work. Well, yeah, because there was a Guardians of the Galaxy before Age of Ultron, right?
Yeah.
The first one.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because then the second one was after Age of Ultron. So it's not like... And obviously they didn't meet each other yet, but it would almost be like... Well, no, because then she's going to be in the movie. All right, so anyway, my main point and why I was kind of surprised by it, because she hasn't officially been in a team-up movie yet. So the fact that they put her in the trailer, and even if it was for that couple seconds... I was, again, surprised. I thought it was awesome because her and Thor had that little moment where Thor tried to see if she was scared, she would get scared by the axe coming back to him, and she didn't even flinch, and then she gave him a smirk, and he goes... Oh,
speaking of, I know last episode I mentioned, when we were talking about the first trailer, I mentioned I thought it was the hammer still. It's definitely the axe.
Yeah, it's the axe.
Yeah, it's 100% the axe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant to remind myself, but I didn't until you just mentioned that. Because I thought it was the axe.
No, you thought it was
I thought it was the axe. Looking around nervously. No, I definitely thought it was Mjolnir.
Mjolnir, yeah.
Mjolnir.
I know we just butchered that, but it's okay, guys.
100%. Please don't kill us.
But and then after he grabs the axe, she smirks at him and goes, and then Thor goes, "I like this one." Yeah. So it wasn't anything big, but again, it was like I was very surprised to see it.
Right.
Happy that it happened because we all know that she's going to be the leader. She's going to if not the only one when Iron Man eventually steps aside.
Right.
But I think it's going to be really good. I'm so excited to see what... Like, I want to see where the suits come from. Mm-hmm. Like, why they were created.
Right.
I want to see, like, has War Machine... And there was a scene where Rocket was on top of War Machine.
Yeah.
And War Machine's guns are getting ready, and then you see his eyes red and the chest plate red. In the movies, has War Machine always had the red lights?
I don't know, actually. Let me use my Googles.
That's making... Like, I'm pretty excited about that. Like, because War Machine just looks badass with the red lights and everything going. And then he's got Rocket on him, and he's just got his gun, and they're like, the two of them are just ready to go. And you know how Rocket is. But I thought that was a pretty cool scene, too. And this 3 hours and 2 minutes. Yeah. There was even talks about them having an intermission between the movie. Because the movie was supposed to be so long. I mean, me personally...
I wonder how they would pull that off.
They would, I guess, just stop it halfway.
Okay.
But me personally, like, I would get kind of upset with that.
Right.
Because I'm invested. Like, once I start watching...
This looks like a screen... I mean, I'm showing them my Googles. But this looks like a screen grab from Civil War.
So
And it looks like he had the red in.
It's red, and because of the light, you're not going to be able to see how red it is. So, okay. Yeah. So I wasn't 100% sure.
That's interesting, though.
Marvel had tentative plans to make a War Machine solo movie. Oh. Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. Well, because he has his own line and everything.
I mean, we're getting off track.
Yeah.
So
what was I talking about?
You're talking about Rocket on War Machine.
Yeah.
Red light. How that looked.
Crap.
Assuming.
Totally forget.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
As normal.
Oh yeah, the intermission.
Okay. There you go. I was like, as per normal, if you remember it, just spit it out and we'll talk about it.
So because once I start, I'd be kind of upset if there was an intermission. Like I get 3 hours is a long time,
right?
But once I start watching the movie, I'm invested.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to stop and then have to get up and wait for everybody to get back.
And then here's the thing: have they confirmed that at all?
No. I haven't seen anything else. I saw it was a rumor that it might happen, but I highly doubt it will. So,
all right. So going back to promotional shit, I have Marvel's Instagram up right now. You want to talk about who's dead and who's alive still?
Oh yeah. So they released the movie posters. Each individual character had their own movie poster, and from what it seems, there were some posters in color, and then some black and white.
Grayscale, basically.
Yeah, grayscale.
White, things like that.
So, essentially...
all profile shots, basically.
Yeah, it all confirms who survived and who got dusted.
So, I got the pictures in front of me, so I'm going to list them off.
Now, are you starting with the colored ones?
I'm starting with the alive ones first.
Okay.
So, we got Tony, we got Scarlet, we got Bruce, we got... why can't I remember her name from Black Panther?
The guard.
The
King's Guard? I can't remember her name either.
Yeah, no, that's going to bother me. Hold on. I'm going to look it up real quick. IMDb. Please hurry up, IMDb.
So, you said Scarlet. You meant Black Widow?
Yeah, I definitely said that because of her actual name.
I don't know why. Every time I go to say Black Widow, I say Scarlett Johansson. And I'm like, no, that's her actual name, not her character name.
Okay. Okoye.
I
don't know. I can never fucking remember that.
I know. I always forget that.
All right. So let's start over here because I fucked up. Here we go.
Redo.
We got Tony Stark. We got Black Widow. We got Bruce Banner. We got Okoye. We got Hawkeye in Ronin form.
Yes. And I want to bring him up after we talk about this.
We got Ant-Man. And we got Nebula. And we got Pepper Potts.
Yeah. So, as of right now, it's confirmed that Pepper Potts survived the snap.
But that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. We also have Cap. We have Miss Marvel, or Captain Marvel, obviously.
Yes.
We have Thor the God. We got War Machine. We got Rocket. And I forgot about her, but they have...
Oh, Valkyrie. Yes.
And the posters, I didn't remember.
Because she's going to be in this movie.
Yeah, and also they got Wong, and they got what's his name?
Jon Favreau's character.
Jon Favreau's character was it Smiley? Happy. Smiley.
Just think Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah. You ain't lying. So that's the alive people.
Yeah.
And there's a lot. So they're breaking them down in different posts. So that's why there's like weird cuts. Now for the deceased, you got T'Challa, you got Star-Lord. You got Gamora. Wow. You got Doctor Strange. You got Peter Parker. You got Nick Fury. You got Mantis. You got Drax. That was the first post. Second post. Scarlet Witch. You got... why can't I remember his name?
Vision.
Sorry, we have Loki. We got Shuri, which we didn't know that she was dead, but also I was talking about this with Ant pre-recording. They said it would have been a spoiler, but I feel like it would have been a spoiler if she was alive, not if she was dead.
Because they don't ever show her getting dusted, so...
Yeah. So everyone was kind of not sure. That was like a thing that was going on. So we got Shuri, we got Teenage Groot.
Unless they did, and I just have to give myself another excuse to watch Infinity War again, which I'll probably do anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I might do that tonight.
So I might check that out and see what happens, see if they actually show that at all. But I don't think they did.
I don't think they did either.
But
they got Wasp. They got Falcon. Wow. They got Winter Soldier, a.k.a. Bucky.
Yeah.
And I believe that is it. Yeah, that's it from the two of them.
So the surprise deceased ones
Was
would
what?
have to
Shuri?
be Shuri, and that's it, because they're the only
because we saw T'Challa get dusted because Okoye did the Mike King thing.
Yeah.
In Infinity Gauntlet, you should go watch that if you didn't see it.
The only other one out of that list of the deceased that you probably wouldn't have known about if you didn't see it was Wasp, because Wasp got dusted in
the after credits,
in the post-credit scenes of Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Right.
And that's what leaves Ant-Man in the
quantum realm.
The quantum realm, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Because she was supposed to get him back out, but then her, Hank Pym, and Janet Van Dyne all got dusted.
Yeah.
So that's, if you didn't see Ant-Man and the Wasp, that's how you know she was dusted.
You know what's weird, though? They only included Wasp in the deceased posters. They didn't include Hank or Janet.
So I have to assume they might not be in the movie then.
Right.
They might just stay to the Ant-Man franchise.
Ant-Man Wasp thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So that, now that we know, at least we have a better understanding of who survived and who didn't.
Yeah.
But here's something else I want to talk about.
Go for it.
We brought up Hawkeye/Ronin. In this trailer, you see him with a young girl, and the girl shooting a bow and arrow at a target, and she gets a bullseye. Now, it's either one of two things.
Right.
It's either one of his kids,
which I don't think they would do.
Which could have been, right, like might not have
been. It definitely could be a thing.
It could be, and she gets dusted, and that's why he becomes Ronin.
Right.
Or, what some people are rumoring, it could be Katie Bishop. Right.
And I'm not super familiar with her, so
I'm not either. You
might know a little bit more than me, so if you want to elaborate for the listeners at home.
Essentially what happens is Katie Bishop is pretty much the female version of Hawkeye.
Right. She
essentially takes over for Hawkeye when Hawkeye goes.
Right. Mantle talk.
Yeah. And I think she is a part of... I think she's either a part of the Young Avengers or the West Coast Avengers.
What's Kate Bishop? Right?
I think it's Katie Bishop.
All right, I'll look up Kate Bishop for right now.
And she becomes one of the members of one of the other Avenger teams.
Yeah, so she is part of the Young Avengers.
Young Avengers.
And let me pull up her wiki real quick.
Because I think she's like 16, 17. So, age-wise, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, so I pulled up her wiki. It says Hawkeye, Catherine Kate Bishop, is a fictional superheroine appearing in American comic books published by Marvel. She's a member of the Young Avengers, a team of superheroes in the Marvel Comics shared universe, the Marvel Universe. She is the third character and first female to take the Hawkeye name after Clint Barton, Hawkeye. And Wyatt McDonald of the Squadron Supreme. I didn't read Squadron Supreme, so I'm not so sure about him.
I didn't either.
Her costume appearance is patterned on the first Hawkeye and Mockingbird.
And I remember that photo cover.
Yeah, let's see. I
think she's like sitting on a step or something like that.
Character biography. All right. Young Avengers special revealed that sometime prior to joining the team, Kate Bishop was brutally attacked in what appears to be Central Park. At first, the incident left Kate traumatized and inspired her to engage in intense combat training. So far, the team is unaware of this incident, as Kate only told her therapist and Jessica Jones. This is comic book stuff that we could get into.
Her therapist was Jessica Jones?
Her therapist and Jessica Jones. Sorry, I ran through that kind of quick. But for whatever reason, it just says she's 5'5". It does not say how old she is.
Okay. Well, anyway, regardless, it's more than likely that it's... I have to assume it's Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Because I think... Because you saw his kid... You saw two of his kids in Age of Ultron, and his wife was pregnant with a third.
Yeah.
And I think they had a girl and a boy.
Yeah, they had both.
Okay, so it could be that, but yeah, I think more people are leaning towards Kate Bishop because, again, the name of the movie's Endgame. So you have to figure most of the people that are in this movie are going to be done after this, and not completely done, but moving on.
Right.
At least. It all depends on who lives and who... Because somebody... You got to imagine somebody else has got to die.
Yeah, well, contracts are... No one's renewed contracts yet, right?
I think the only one that did was Thor.
Okay.
Or Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, so Chris Hemsworth...
I'm not 100%
They're doing
sure.
Ragnarok 2. I don't even think they started filming that yet.
Ragnarok 2?
I thought they were. Or Thor...
4?
Yeah.
Maybe. I know he wants to do another one, so... I mean, you got to wait and see.
Yeah. All right. So...
Overall... Very excited.
Super excited. As soon as tickets go on sale, I want to buy them, Jones.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm about to say F everyone else and just buy the shit. If we can't link up, I'm going to be like, all right, Ant, Brandon, what do you guys? There's 3 people. We can figure this out.
Yeah.
But if it's like, oh, I'm not sure, or Jack's like, oh, I got something to do for school. I'm just be like, all right, forget it. So, 30-minute mark. That took longer than I expected, which is fine. It's just
Always
how
does.
conversation happens.
Yeah.
Always does. Second thing, that we're both equally excited, just as excited, not as excited.
I am freaking pumped.
Versus Endgame, though. Within that bracket.
See, I don't know. Like, listen, so Detective Pikachu's coming out in May.
Mm-hmm.
As being one of the Pokemon specialists of this podcast.
Yeah, 100%. Check out past Poke Reveals if you haven't already.
Yes.
Subscribe, like, comment, all that fun stuff.
Hit that notification bell, too.
Oh, yeah, do that. That algorithm is crazy.
Yeah. So, I've been waiting for a movie like this, like, my entire life. And that was how I felt about Pokemon Go. Like, once Pokemon Go came out, I was so excited. We've been waiting for this. Like, any Pokemon enthusiast, like, we have been really waiting for this.
Yeah.
And really, when you think about it, as far as I know, to my knowledge, there has not even been an attempt at a live-action Pokemon movie.
No,
so
it's all been animated.
Right, it's all animated.
You have
so
3 of them on VCH.
Yes.
VHS. Because I've combined VCR and VHS.
So I am genuinely excited about this. You're right, in regards to Endgame, I'm way more excited for Endgame, but
You're pumped still.
I am so excited.
I am too.
And just looking at these Pokemon, so out of all the trailers combined, the Pokemon you see, Charizard, Pikachu, Mewtwo, Greninja, Machoke, Snorlax, Snubbull, Mr. Mime, who's been a fan favorite so far.
Psyduck.
You
see Blastoise spinning.
Blastoise, Gengar,
Gengar.
Loudred, Arcanine. You see Gorlux. You see a Slaking in the distance. You see Bulbasaur. You see Morlulls. Like, they all look real. And there's always been, on Facebook and stuff like that, like, people making pictures that look like what Pokemon would actually look like in real life.
Realistic Pokemon artists capturing.
And really, for the most part, they weren't that far off.
Yeah, not too bad.
But it's Ryan Reynolds, it's Detective Pikachu. It's obviously not the traditional Ash storyline or the Red storyline or the Blue storyline. It's going to be Detective Pikachu, so he finds... his original master or partner was Harry Goodman in the movie.
I think.
That's at that point, the whole movie is about him trying to find his partner by getting the help from his son, who I can't remember what his son's name is in the movie. But
that
I
should
think
probably be listed on IMDb. Right?
Yeah, the guy who's playing him is Justice Smith.
Yeah.
So the dad goes missing, and this kid isn't a Pokemon fan, from what we can tell in the trailers. So he wanted to become a Pokemon trainer when he was little, and then he grew up, and something must have happened.
Tim Goodman.
Tim. I knew it was his T. And it was Goodman was the last name.
Goodman.
So Harry Goodman is Tim's father, who was Detective Pikachu's partner.
Oh shit! Sorry, Rita Ora is in this movie. You probably don't know who she is, but she's like a singer, super attractive.
Yeah, she's the one with the Psyduck.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forget her character name in the movie though.
They don't list it on here. I guess that's spoilers.
Okay. So essentially, what they're going to do is they have to find his dad because Pikachu doesn't think that the dad's dead. But you see something going on. So essentially, in the trailers, Greninjas are working for the opposite team.
Mm-hmm.
So you see what's going to happen. The Greninjas are always chasing them. I'm excited to see. I think what they're going to do, I think this is almost like the main point besides the Harry Goodman line. This might be a Mewtwo origin story.
Interesting. Never thought of it that way.
Because do you remember, there's one point in the second trailer where they show a abandoned lab with a bunch of pods that are all over the place. And if you remember from Pokemon the first movie, or was it the first movie or Mewtwo Strikes Back? No, yeah, the first movie. That was with Mewtwo and Mew, the first animated movie. They create him in a lab and he breaks out. So what if this movie is almost an origin story for Mewtwo,
right,
breaking out of the lab, and you see a lot of the Pokemon, like there's an Apom in there, and their eyes, like it seems like there's some Pokemon that attack you,
yeah,
but they're controlled by something because their eyes are blue, so it's almost like they're under a psychic trance. Like anytime in the animated shows when a Pokemon was in a trance, the eyes would change a different color.
Interesting.
So maybe it's Mewtwo pulling the strings, or somebody who created Mewtwo, pulling the strings.
Mewtwo.
But there is one scene in a car where it looks like a psychic energy blasts the car and it flips off a bridge.
Right.
So there's not really much known to where this movie's going to go or the storyline, but the main thing is they're looking for Harry Goodman, who was Detective Pikachu's partner and Tim Goodman's dad. What I think is going to be a focal point of this movie, obviously though, is showing the world Pokemon. Because really, you don't even see a Pokeball until the second trailer, and that's a Cubone popping out of it, and you see the Pokeball for a split second. If you're actually paying attention, you can see it. If you're not,
I missed that detail, so I definitely wasn't paying attention to that.
Remember the part where Cubone pops up in the air?
I don't.
You can watch it again, but there is a scene where Cubone pops up in the air. He's popping out of a Pokeball. It's in the grass.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
So but most of the time, like you see, it's all Pokemon and human life interacting together.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be.
It's like generally kind of like implied that they live in harmony to an extent.
So I mean, there is underground fighting. It looks like.
Yeah.
But I guess
illegal Pokeball.
Yeah, I have to imagine it's not going to be like a traditional Pokemon, like themed, like not like the games or the cartoon or anything like that. Or the anime. I think it's going to be more of it's legal, and it's probably way into the future where it's outsourced and using it because you got a Machoke directing traffic.
Yeah. You
got Gorlocks that are acting as security, so they're working with.
I think Arcanine was like a police dog, basically.
Which is awesome. You have an Arcanine as a canine dog.
It wasn't Arcanine, it was Growlithe. I misspoke.
I thought it was Arcanine.
I think they were just Growlithe.
I know there were Growlithe, but I thought there was
Arcanine.
I could have swore I saw Arcanine.
It's either way, possible. Either way, it makes sense.
It's going to be in the movie no matter what. Right. But I think what they're doing with this is, I think this is, again, so we were talking about it with Iron Man in 2008 being a test movie. I think this is going to be a test movie.
Yeah.
I think they're going to see how Detective Pikachu goes, and then from there, if it's successful, they're going to do, hopefully, an Ash storyline movie or a Red storyline, or because really, I'm not going to be completely content until I see Team Rocket pop up into a movie. Prepare for trouble and make it double. If I don't hear that in a live-action Pokemon movie, I'm going to be highly upset with a Meowth in there just doing his little montage. That was my best Meowth impression, and it was awful.
I'm just letting you go, baby. Just letting them go.
I'm really excited about this movie, though.
Yeah.
How about your thoughts, since I was too busy rambling about it?
No, you're good. So as a casual Pokemon fan, I would guess I would describe myself pretty much original, 115? What is the
151.
151. Sorry.
Base set, baby!
Yeah, so I'm a base set baby.
I like
born in 93. The shows and cards came out in
93 as well, up top.
Well, they came out in 99 or 2000.
90
or 97 maybe.
98.
When did the show start?
The show started in
like
99.
99.
Yeah.
So for all intents and purposes, when it got on my radar, it was 99.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I was a little skeptical in the beginning. Because I don't know. I don't know. In my mind, I couldn't picture. They said live action. In my mind, I couldn't picture live action. But like I said, like I was saying, I'm definitely excited for it. Everything looks really good so far. Sometimes the CG is a little spotty, but that happens with everything.
And I have to imagine, like I know Ryan Reynolds is in it, but I have to imagine they don't have the biggest budget.
Yeah.
Well, actually, who's doing the movie? Is it Warner Brothers?
Let me pull it up on IMDb. Sponsor us, please.
God, we're very subtle about that.
We gotta start charging. These plugs are incredible. Let's see.
Oh, and in the beginning of the second trailer, they did a little banana, like the
I was
gonna
touch on that. I was gonna say
totally forgot about
the theme song
of the anime show.
Definitely.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. And that better be the song that plays when the credits roll up.
That would be great.
They better roll that song up.
That would be really, really cool. Snorlax was in it too.
Yes, Snorlax was. Searching for a while.
Lickitung.
Yes.
We got
Lucario. I'm also, I'm a world-class singer. I'm not really, but...
I mean,
They say I have a voice that's a mix of Fergie and Jesus.
That's an interesting combination.
Step Brothers all the way, baby.
Oh, is that what that's from?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
cool.
when Dale's singing when they do Prestige Worldwide.
Oh, cool.
and Brennan goes, no, it's the other way around. Brennan sings, and Dale is... You're a mix between Fergie and Jesus.
Yeah, there's a Snubbull. There's a Jigglypuff.
Oh, yeah, Jigglypuff. And the Jigglypuff, if you remember from the anime, the Jigglypuff in the anime had the microphone.
Yeah,
and she would take off the top and draw on people when they would fall asleep.
Yeah.
She has that microphone.
She has the microphone in the
thing. But people were a little upset about how Jigglypuff looked.
Well, for all intents and purposes, all of them look pretty fucking scary.
Well... I mean, I
give or take.
Like,
Mr.
for a little
Mime
kid,
Mr. Mime is made of nightmares. Look at this fucking face.
I don't know, but Mr. Mime...
Put yourself in the shoes of like a 12-year-old.
Well, if listen...
Oh, I watched the show and I know about all the new Pokemon and then I remember Black and White and blah, 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 blah. Put yourself in that kid's shoes and you're seeing this.
Well, if that kid gets scared, he shouldn't be in the movie theater. And shame on them.
You got a point.
I know. But I think Mr. Mime's become a fan favorite. And that's why, the toys that they're releasing, Mr. Mime has been, all over the place.
Yeah, I noticed that. We hit Target a little bit earlier. Shout out Target. And they had some toys happening.
Yeah.
God, Greninja looks so fucking cool.
I know. Greninja is... Man. All of the Greninjas are going to be pretty... You look at it and you see how it looks.
Good boy.
I know the Charizard is amazing. Even the Gengars, you look at them and see how they look, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it's finally happening.
Yeah, and talk about branding. Fucking, there's all types of shit coming out for Detective Pikachu. There's trading cards.
Oh yeah, they have an 18 card set
there's
that's
TCGs,
coming out.
There's toys. There's plushies. There's
everything. And that's why I don't see why they wouldn't continue with these movies. They wouldn't go with an Ash storyline or Red or Blue, like I continually say. Because, I mean, you got to imagine. Look at the key characters that you're missing out of just this movie. Because I have to assume it's focusing around Tim Goodman and Detective Pikachu and whoever the villain is in this movie. But Misty, Brock, Team Rocket, Jesse and James, Giovanni, Ash, Professor Oak, Gary, you know what I mean? You can make a movie and then all the characters that you have in there are going to be crazy.
Let's see. So, I can't find the movie house making Detective Pikachu for whatever reason. But the director is Rob Letterman, who is also known for Monsters vs. Aliens, Shark Tale, Gulliver's Travels, Goosebumps from 2015.
He did Monsters vs. Aliens?
Yeah, apparently.
That was a good cartoon. I love that one.
2009.
Wow.
So it looks like that part of it is in good hands. Ryan Reynolds obviously is fucking amazing. Shout out Deadpool. Yeah, I mean, I'm really, like, I never thought I'd be excited for this, but I definitely, it turned around for me. I guess just seeing more about it and the fact that one of, like, the jokes is, I don't want a Pokemon, or I don't want a Pikachu, and he's like, well, how about a world-class detective? And it's just, like, the little, like, smarks and things like that. It's just really cool.
And you see a Pikachu addicted to caffeine and coffee. Because the one scene, Tim comes into the room and Detective Pikachu's got stacks, everything all over the place, and there's coffee cups.
What was the one thing he asked Lotad to make him? Coffee black like my soul, or something like that. That was really cool.
But I really do think it's going to be a good movie. Obviously, it's not going to be a... I don't think it's going to be a...
It's not going to be a hit.
Yeah, I think it could be a hit, but I don't think it's going to be like critics are going to love it.
I think it's going to do well.
Yeah, I think it's going to do well too.
I think it's going to go the way of like a slow burn type of movie.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I can't think of any off top. But someone like a movie that's as opening weekend doesn't do crazy numbers, but it consistently makes
money.
Something. You know what I mean?
And again, I have very high hopes for this movie because, like I said, I grew up with this, and I've been waiting for this for so long, and I'm just very hopeful that it does well, because if it doesn't, it's going to be pretty upsetting.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you got to wait and see. But Pokemon Company is really making a strong push. They have the Detective Pikachu set.
Does Pokemon Company have anything to do with the movie, though?
I have to imagine, because just by licensing...
I guess, licensing, they would have to have some
and everything like that.
Right.
I mean, with this movie, it might not... Because this is based off of a game. They have a Detective Pikachu game.
Yeah.
So I have to imagine they have some form of input. But I'm very excited. And like I said, the Pokemon Company has been rolling out. They just had the new team-up set in... February. They have an Unbroken Bond card set coming out May 3rd, I think. Yeah. So they're continually pushing out product. So I really think that as a Pokemon Company exec, like if I'm in their shoes, they're hoping this movie does well. Because the marketing, the sales, the toys, the cards, this movie does well, it's only going to booster their sales.
It's a lot of money that can be made with that.
So I'm really excited about it, and I really hope it does well, and I think it will, and that's why I think you get a guy like Ryan Reynolds to be the face.
Yeah, they needed some type of big name behind it. I know a lot of people wanted Danny DeVito to do it because some fans were together a video with footage from Detective Pikachu, or created their own and threw his voice in there.
Yeah, it could have been funny. I mean, I think no matter what, you go either way, it's going to do well.
Right.
But again, like I said, if you would have just, and this isn't taking any shot at anybody, but if you would have just put a bunch of random people in there, it wouldn't have done well at all. You put Ryan Reynolds in there, it gives you the comedic standpoint. Yeah. And I'll compare it to the Dragon Ball Z live action movie.
It was trash.
Really, you put a bunch of characters in there that weren't good. And the word pretty much, some of them have been in bigger movies, but for the most part, most of them were a lot of no name actors. But I thought it was okay, but it could have been a lot better, and that's why I think you do. That's the reason why you bring Ryan Reynolds into it, especially with the amount of publicity he's getting from the Deadpool movies.
Right,
it's a no brainer.
Right.
You know what I mean? And really, you're only paying him for his voice, so it's not like you're actually paying him to be in the actual movie. Yeah. So it's almost, I got to imagine it's a little bit cheaper.
It's got to be a little bit cheaper because you think you just rent out a studio with some recording equipment.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's all going to be top of the line, crazy stuff because it's Hollywood, but the process of it all is definitely not shot for shot. All right, we got to redo this shot. All right, now we got to do this location, do this shot. Everyone can be in the same room if they want to be, and hit their lines. They sync it up to the animation and keep it moving. But I think I'm definitely excited for it. But what made it better for me is seeing how the animation would be. And the CG and all that. Because, like I kind of touched on a little bit, I'm super into drawing and art and things like that. So that's really exciting for me to see how they pull it off, basically.
Yeah. Because so far, all the Pokemon have looked really and Eli showed me a picture of Charizard, and Charizard's my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Charizard.
Blastoise better get more FaceTime than that one.
He probably will. He probably
better. If not, I'm writing a very angry letter to whomever produced this movie.
But the way that these Pokemon look, and even the Pikachu, like a Pikachu is described as a mouse type Pokemon, like an electric mouse.
Yeah.
And they gave him fur, and he looks good. Like, and they stick
the fur
to.
threw me off for like a little bit in the beginning, just because I'm thinking back to the cartoons. It was
and he's just slick.
Smooth.
Yeah,
it's just slick.
And you have to imagine, like, most of them are. They tell you what type they are.
Yeah. Like
what they're based off of, and all that they were based off of looks just like it. What I'm really excited to see, and I hope that the Pokemon are in it, but they haven't really showed it yet. I hope there's a Dragonite. I hope there's a Gyarados. Like, obviously, besides Mewtwo, you're not going to see any legendary. So, but those are just a couple.
I mean, I don't think they're going to throw a lot of names in there just for viewership, because you know, there's a lot of Pokemon.
Yeah, and that's why if this movie does well, you can do maybe you can make some of the anime movies. You can make them live action.
I think that's what's going to happen. Is they're going to see how this first movie does. They're going to basically plug in Pokemon that are well known.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Everyone knows what a Mewtwo looks like. Everyone knows what it is. Everyone knows what a Charizard looks like. Everyone knows what Pikachu looks like. And even like the supporting characters, I would argue everyone knows Mr. Mime. Like,
yeah, Snorlax.
Yeah, you always remember like the random ones that would pop in.
I'm surprised with the Gorluck, but again, like, people can find out about that.
Yeah,
and
it's not hard to figure out.
Yeah, exactly. And whatever Pokemon people don't know, again, you can always look it up and figure it out. And that's what's going to happen. Like, I really think the more people get into it, you're going to look it up more. Yeah. They're going to want more. The kids are going to want more. Like, it's a win-win for everybody. Right. It really is.
I think it'll open up a lot of doors for them to do other things and to expand upon that universe. But yeah, no, that's, I think we're both pretty excited for it. And before we get out of here, the Fox deal finally went through.
Oh, yeah.
Praise the Lord, Jesus.
Yeah. So you already have all the you have Dark Phoenix movie, you have the New Mutants and all that.
Everything's getting rebooted, though.
Everything except Deadpool.
Yeah, because he fucking shits money.
Yeah.
And they're gonna keep it R.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're sticking to that still.
Well, they have to, and they can. Disney's made rated R movies before. They just throw another company's name in there. So I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna keep the Fox logo there, but it's gonna be a Disney operation.
Yeah, I think with that being said, I don't think Disney owns all of Fox. Just pretty much.
They own most of it.
But like they're not. I don't think they're touching the Simpsons or.
No, they probably like some of that stuff. They'll probably let. I think it was mainly to get the X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Right.
And I'm really excited. And I think Endgame, going back to Endgame, what we were talking about in the beginning, I think Endgame, a post-credit scene, is a big chance to touch base, at least acknowledge the fact that they exist.
Yeah.
At least throw a little hint in there. I doubt it'll happen, but
I think that would be cool. My ideal end credit scene would be like
Hugh Jackman Wolverine?
No. That would be dope, but not that. It would be Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, kind of like walks in, and he's just like, whoa, everything is so different. And they'll be like, holy crap, I know you guys, and then just cut it or something like that.
Well, there was a meme on Facebook, and it was like, I really want to see this happening. Deadpool walks in with the white and red suit, the space suit on, and he goes, sorry, I'm late, guys. I was just waiting for that Fox Disney deal to go through. Yeah. Like, I mean, because that's what he does. Cool. That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious. And that probably could get done pretty easy, too.
Oh, yeah. You just take 2 seconds of a shot.
Yeah.
But
so,
I think that wraps it up.
That does wrap it up. And it was a short episode this time, 54 minutes. Not like an hour and a half. And
the last one where it was like 2 hours.
Yeah, holy crap.
But
never, we could never try to do that again.
No. But this was a fun episode. I had a lot of. I have a lot of fun with every episode. But
yeah.
Pokemon
short,
gets my
sweet,
blood
to the point. I think is how we could describe this episode.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. So, thank you for joining us in the parking lot. Hope to see Loiterers back again. Again, my name is Elias, aka Eli. You can find me on IG and Twitter. IG is Instagram for you lames out there. It's EKARAM32 at Instagram and on Twitter. My friend to my right.
All right, this has been Anthony, a.k.a. Pepper, a.k.a. Pep. Instagram is Pepper31. That's pretty much all I'm on. I'm on Twitter too, but I think that's...
Plug the YouTube channel. I don't know why you stay so nice about it.
I know. I always forget.
You kind of own this podcast as well, but plug it.
And my YouTube channel, Pep's Pokey Reveals, just hit 80 subscribers. I'm really working on it.
100 subscriber giveaway soon come.
Yes. As soon as I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway on my channel. So if you want to check it out, go check it out. It's Pep's Pokey Reveals. I'm really excited for
YouTube, yeah. I'm going to enter it even though I'm going to feel guilty if I win, but fuck it, yeah, I mean.
I'm going to, yeah. Well, I mean, we still got a little while to get there. But again, we want to thank every single one of you loiterers for sticking in the parking lot with us. It's been fun.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one.